Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Train Sim World. My name is YoAdrian, and today we're gonna pick up back in the Northeast Corridor. If you guys do remember when I showed off the Metroliner Cabcar, whenever we tried leaving New York Penn Station, our train made it couple hundred feet, and then it just died basically. Like, it was still running and everything, but then it just completely died. I don't understand why. I still don't understand why. Even back when I was in editing, I still never understood why. And then the same thing when we did the New York nuisance one. We ended up setting the handbrakes on the cars, and then the switcher would just not move. So basically what I'm going to do is going to pick up where we left off in these scenarios and see if we can actually redo them. So I'm hoping, because I ended up going back into this scenario, getting all the way to Penn Station and then saving it. So I'm hoping I can pick up where we saved it. So let's go ahead and find out if I can. I'm hoping we can. Okay, cool. So we can. So here we are inside the cab of the Metroliner Cabcar. Let's go ahead and load the passengers. We'll unlock those right-hand doors. Let's see. Yep, they are currently unlocked. We're currently on a approach indication leaving out of here, so which is good. So I'm hoping everything's going to turn out well. As of right now, I don't see why they wouldn't, but knowing this game and everything, you just never know. Just never, ever, ever know. Alright, so we're going to let those passengers load up really quick. We'll actually go ahead and see if... Oh, I guess we can't shut... Yeah, we can. So we can actually shut that door, which is good. So we're still loading the passengers onto our train, which is nice. Looks like we're about to end up locking the doors here. Wait till 14:12. So we actually have a lot of time to wait. So that was my mistake, because I ended up like Speedy Gonzalezing this through whenever I was trying to do the scenario. So let's go ahead and hop on out of our seat here, and let's go see if I can turn on some marker lights on the rear of our train. Looks like nobody's actually in our car, which is nice, but I'm going to go ahead and shut this door just in case, so nobody comes back there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on some marker lights on our lead locomotive. Can we actually open the bathroom door? No, we can't. Can we use the water? No? Okay. Trash, that's new. Nope, can't do any of that. Okay. Well, we can't even open the doors through there anyway. That's nice. So yeah, I'm going to go see if we do have marker lights on our ACS-64 locomotive. And if not, we're going to go ahead and turn them on. It doesn't really look like anyone's on the train, to be honest. It looks like it's just going to be a dead train today. Track 15. And that is a negative on the marker light. So we'll go ahead and go to the back locomotive here. Open that. And then marker lights are here. So now we should have them on the rear. Which, yes we do. Yes we do. And yes we do. Alright, cool. So we got two individuals getting on the train here. What does this do? Oh, the gateway. Yeah. We don't need that. And we can also even shut the doors on the amphitheats if need be. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do, since nobody wants to get in the cab car, we got 4 other coaches. I'm going to go ahead and shut the doors of our cab car and then do the gateway thing so that nobody can get into it, basically. And there should be a door. Yep, there it is. We'll go ahead and play conductor today. We'll shut this door, and then it'll be... close this door, basically. So yeah, so our car is not going to be open and serving, or basically our car we're not going to be able to use as a regular coach car. So we're just going to use it as a regular, just a cab car. Not going to be open for any passengers until our next station stop, pretty much. So we're good there. Looks like we got a clusterfuck of people trying to get on. Go ahead and open the door for us. Everything looks good. Coupled on. Good. Works for me. Let's go ahead and close this door. All that is shut. That's opened up. That gets shut. I wish there was a, yeah, right here is where the switches for these to keep it actually open, but we're not going to deal with that right now. So can we flip these? We can sit in it, but we can't flip it. We can't put the tray down or nothing. Can't open the emergency exits. Can we turn on the lights at least? No. Damn. Damn. Can't even turn the screens on, which is kind of odd. So we'll have this open. That's definitely probably just going to stay locked, I guess. I don't think I can actually unlock it. No. This door stays locked. Hop into here, sit in the engineer seat. And let's actually not lock this car, just in case we do end up using it for the next couple stops. So we'll just end up locking this rear door here, but not locking the actual car. And we'll just lock myself in this little room here. Very jam-packed little room. And we'll just lock myself in here. And we'll just go ahead and wait for 212. Alright, so we can go ahead and lock the doors now. Lock the right-hand doors. Go ahead and release our brakes. Hopefully they release. And they did. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put her in forward. The bell with the flashing ditch lights. Let's go ahead and get her into movement. So looks like we got to run on an approach. So our next signal is going to be a stop indicator. Proceed at restricted speed. Roger that. So that's about 10 miles an hour. So 15 it looks like, but we'll do 10. So we got an okay to proceed at restricted speed. That dude's not behind the yellow line. So we'll keep the bell on while we try to get through these spokes here. Alright, so it looks like we got an approach indication right now. So yeah, we are good. So far, so good. Haven't stopped yet, which I'm kind of worried about because I know it was right up here where we actually stopped. So we got flashing ditch lights on top of our headlights. Strobe lights too, it looks like. Auto on the strobes. Proceeds at restricted speed, which is what we're going to end up doing. So we already got contact from the signaler, or we got contact from the dispatcher. Alright, so we're going about 130 yards to our next stop. Our next signal looks like we got a service stopped to our left here. Not sure what that's all about, but we're going to go ahead and turn our power handle to off like it already was. Restricted speed, so we got 2 services stopped. One's waiting on us, it looks like, because we got one's going to be waiting on us, it seems like. So it looks like either we're the express or something, I don't know. Usually, I don't know. Maybe he's just waiting on us. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you guys. So, looks like he is, seems like. Let's take a look. Yep, definitely is waiting on us. I'm not sure about this inbound one. I'm wondering if he's waiting on us as well, or they're waiting on him or something. I don't know. I don't know. So we're over that speed limit a little bit. We don't want to get this train into emergency at all. So we're about 8.7 miles away from our next station stop of Newark, Penn. So once we get to a 60 here, we'll start throttling this bad boy up a little bit. Now I understand that this Cabcar is very quiet. I have noticed that in the other video. It's very quiet, but it is very nicely put together and done and modeled and everything. I've seen pictures of the actual Cabcar, so I'm assuming it's done to like proper specs and whatnot of what an actual Metroliner Cabcar would look like nowadays with Amtrak. I'm assuming they kind of did it right. At least I'm hoping they did. So, because it actually looks really nice, but we'll go ahead and do 58. And we're still speeding up, so we'll go ahead and do minimum application on the brake a little bit, just so we're not going above 60. But you guys can kind of hear the clickety-clack. Yeah, all my volumes and stuff are up at 100, so I mean, that's just how loud this cab car is in the tunnel, which is really, really quiet, so I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. But we're about 1.7 mile away from a 90 mile an hour zone. Which, getting this thing up to 90 is going to be fun. I already did once, going through the tunnel back there. So we were at a 60 mile an hour zone. I got it up to 90 just so I can do this scenario. So that was a great time. I actually even tried doing it, that New York nuisance one with the switcher, twice. But I ended up not paying attention, so I ended up crashing into the train that I was supposed to save. So that was a fun time. So I'm going to have to go redo that again. And, see if I can actually do that scenario as well, because this one, so far so good on this one. We haven't randomly stopped and not been able to keep moving on, so that's definitely a good sign. So hopefully we'll get this one done and we can actually use this again and then use the switcher again. This is the only scenario with this that I know of as of right now. The only other thing being like services and stuff, which I'm not looking forward to doing right now. So we can actually dim those, which is kind of cool. I'll keep it up at 100. But we're going about 55 out of a 60 right now. We'll just keep continuing sticking to like 55, 56, 57 ranges. Until we hit this 90, then we'll continue to throttle it up just a lot more. Y'all thought I was going to say a little bit more, but we're going to say a lot more. It's about 700 yards to go. That's definitely possibly, yeah, it's exactly when we get out of the tunnel too. So start putting her in 3, throttling up just a little bit more if we can. Currently on a 1.2% grade. We're on a 1.4 like it is now, but we dropped down. So it is raining outside, so we'll turn the wipers on. But yeah, this is the Northeast Corridor route for Train Sim World 2020. I did end up updating it to 2020, so this is actually the new Train Sim World 2020. I haven't really noticed much of a difference in it from their last Train Sim World. All I know is it's had some enhancements with like graphics and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and full throttle this bitch up to 90. Looks like on a flashing clear indication, so I'm assuming that's a clear indication. Hoping that's a good clear indication. We're about 6.4 miles from our next station stop. But our ACS software is currently not on and functioning. So, I mean, technically we can speed if we want to, but we're just going to roleplay it out as it's on. Just because I ain't trying to speed in this bitch, and we're going about 77 right now. On another flashing clear indication. So that's good. We're on a 0.2% grade, so we downgraded a lot. We're going downhill. We were going uphill, now we're going downhill. So now we're on a 1% grade. We're about 1 point something away from our speed restriction going on. So once we hit 90, we should be good. 1.2 right now, so we were at 1.3 back then. Another clear indication. So we hit 90. Let's go ahead and drop that power handle down. Not our station, so we don't have to worry about it. But it's going down to a 60. On another clear indication, 0.6 miles, we're going down to a 60, so we'll stick about 75 range right now. We'll start slowing down to 60 here, just so we don't become at fault at an error, and the next thing you know, boom, we derail the train, or we're basically at fault and then go into emergency and all that other bullshit, which I don't really feel like dealing with right now. So it looks like no signal here. Main 2 has a signal, we do not. We do have one right here for a clear indicator. The other ones were flashing green. This one's not flashing green, so that's definitely a clear indicator. Coming up to another 90 mile an hour zone. We went 60 possibly just for the bridge, which is understandable. Definitely understandable in case the bridge is out. Don't want to be slowing this train down from 90 going all the way down to a 60 for the bridge, or going all the way down to 0 for the bridge. So it is understandable for it being whatchamacallit, a 60 on the bridge. We're going to slow the wipers down just a little bit. We don't really need them going that fast. So we're sitting at about 3,249 points right now, going 56 miles an hour at 220. Back down to a 90 mile an hour zone right now with 3.6 miles left to go to our next station stop and 0.6 to our next signal, which looks like it's going to be another clear indicator. I can't really see it from where I'm sitting right now. Once we get up a little bit closer, we can. I guarantee you, if it was an engineer in real life, they'd be able to see the signal from right here. But with the way the game is made, I'm not able to see it until we get about maybe 200 to 100 yards closer. Yep, 300. So about 300 yards I can see it is another clear indicator, flashing clear indicator. So coming to a 45 mile an hour zone here at 2.1 miles, so that's a grand old time. So we're actually speeding a little bit, looks like. No, we are not. I'm confused. So we have another 60 coming up, which is great. They really keep fucking with our speed limits right now. I'm just trying to go 90, ladies and gentlemen, but they're just like, nope, we're going 90. Nope, we're going 60. Nope, we're going 70. Nope, we're going 80. It's like, nope, nope, nope. Luckily, there's no grade crossings on the Northeast Corridor. So, luckily, there's none. You don't have to worry about that. But here we go at a 60. Yep. Here we are at 60. And then we're going to a 45 at about 1.2 miles. So definitely for a curve is what I'm assuming. If I recall correctly, we're going in for a curve. I'm going to put the brakes on just so we don't go above 60. Now I know just in this game, if you're going 60, it doesn't count as speeding. But if you're in Train Simulator, like the first one that they came out with, I've noticed that in career scenarios, if you were going, like, let's say the speed limit was 45, and you were going 45, that was technically considered speeding. Which to me sounds stupid, because back in the day, I'm pretty sure they fixed it now, but back in the day, I used to lose points for going the speed limit, so I had to go at least 44 miles an hour instead of 45, or 78 instead of 79, which to me I thought was stupid. But I guess I'm hoping that they actually fixed that error, because going the speed limit is not speeding. I mean, I understand going 1 over is speeding, but going the speed limit is definitely not speeding. So we're coming up to that 45 right now. Let's go and start slowing down for that. Not sure what's going on. I believe, yep, it's a curve. It's what I thought it was going to be. Exactly what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it is very, 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 very quiet in here. Very quiet. I'm trying to figure out how to turn this thing on. Because, I mean, right here I have a cut-in. And I don't want to cut it out, because I need it cut in. And I'm trying to figure out exactly, like, how to turn this thing on so that I actually have cab signals. Oh, there's a light. That's cool. I have not been able to figure that out, and that'd be really nice, so I actually have cab signals. So it looks like for CN that's a approach diverging. Not sure what it is on Northeast Corridor. I'm assuming it's the exact same thing. So signal speed might take us down a little bit. And it looks like we're actually going to be middle track right now, which is nice. I'm actually keeping a notch for right now, just because I don't know. It looks like we're going to be on a standard approach right now. Oh, we're coming into the station stop. That would be why. That would be why. Newark Penn. Next up. Gonna turn those ditch lights on to pulse. Or flash, I guess I should say. So they want us stopped all over there. So they pretty much want all 5 cars like in the middle of the platform, basically. Which, I mean, we can do. Nothing wrong with that. We can definitely do that. Newark Penn, track 3, ladies and gentlemen. Newark Penn, track number 3. Keep going, don't stop, don't stop. Let's go and unlock the doors. Let's go ahead and dim them. Oh, they're already dimmed, never mind. But yeah, it is kind of odd seeing it with knowing how they did it with the newer style Metroliner cab cars with that notch right after the cab instead of it being a door like it used to be. It is kind of odd seeing it that way, but it's more realistic that way, so I'm kind of happy that that's what they did. Let's go ahead and turn that wiper off just because we don't need it for right now. We are going to be departing on a clear indicator, looks like, which is great news. So it looks like we actually made it 1 minute early, which was nice. So we're actually got to wait till about 30 more seconds till we can depart. We got a couple more people on the platform. Not sure if they're coming for us or if they're going to go on that train that's been waiting on us back there at a New York pen. Not for certain sure what's going on with that. But so we got some more people coming up from Market Street. Got a bald dude, some brunette bitch. Looks all like high and mighty right now. So let's see if they're actually getting on the train. They don't even look like it because it doesn't look like anyone's in my car either. So go ahead and lock the doors. Make sure they're all secured. Brake is applied. Brake's going to be released here and soon. Ditch lights are on. Brake is released. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Get on out of here. AMTK 9651 departing Newark Penn. Track 3 on the clear. Track 2 on 3. 2 I don't even know. Clear indicator. So it looks like we're on Newark International Airport, Main 4. I believe that's where the scenario actually ends, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm actually quite happy to be driving the cab car again. This is the one thing I wanted to drive whenever I first heard it come, or whenever I first heard of it coming out. So I was kind of bummed out whenever it just kind of died on us. But I found out a couple days ago that Illinois Central Canadian National SD70 locomotives are coming to Train Simulator 2019. So I'm very excited about that. For surely going to be buying that once it comes out. I like how it goes to a 70, and then in a mile it goes to a 40. But we're on another clear indicator, so that's a good sign. Looks like we got an approach signal coming up. So it looks like we can go 70, but then what's the point? Because in a little bit we'll have to slow down to a 40. And the one thing, though, I don't care for is that the ditch lights do not stay on. I wish they did, but they don't. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly what train this is, just because there's no cafe car. And I know pretty much all Amtrak trains have the cafe car, except for like the Springfield Shuttle and the Hiawatha service train. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what train this would be without a cafe car on the NEC. Especially since, I don't know, we got it from New York Penn to Newark, so I don't know. That's the part that's kind of like freaky deaky to me. It looks like we're on advanced approach. Approach diverging? I don't know. I don't know the Northeast Corridor signal, so. But I guarantee you the next one's going to be an approach, so we should probably start slowing down to about a 45. Because the airport station's coming up in about 1.4 mile, and looks like it's going to be a diverging approach. So yeah, let's definitely start slowing down for that. Slow down to about 25. Because we don't want to derail this thing switching tracks. That'd be horrible. So looks like we were on main 3, it seemed like. So let's go ahead and, yeah, you're deduced to power off, so you're good. Go about 25. There we go. Look at our train diverging with us. That's awesome. That is awesome. So let's go ahead and throttle up now, since all of our train is currently on the same track we are. Now, I don't know about different operating rules and stuff like that, but I mean, when I used to take the CN line, the Chicago subdivision, all the way up from Champaign to Chicago, if we ended up having to diverge tracks, we'd slow down to 10 miles an hour. So I don't know if each railroad is like different in how they do it. I'm assuming it's possibly the same rule for everyone. Slow down to 10 miles an hour. But then again, when I was playing Train Sim, I've noticed there was one time where it said switch tracks to diverge. it was going at 35 miles an hour. So I'm like, that's not right, because we slowed down to 10. And I've even clocked us on my speedometer app at 10 miles an hour switching tracks or diverging tracks. So I don't know. He was like maybe like 3 or 4 times when I clocked us going 10 miles an hour. Or not 10 miles an hour, yeah, 10 miles an hour. So I don't really know exactly, but we're coming up to Newark International Airport right now. So we're going to start slowing down. Got another service there. We're still dim with the headlights, but that's alright. Brighten them up and then we'll dim them again. See, there's the one right there with that Northeast Regional. Unlock the right. I'm assuming we kind of fucked up on. Oh, maybe not. No, we're good. Our whole our train barely got on it. Our ACS 64 locomotive barely got on it. With those markers, 652, 637. I forgot that our bell was still on there. Let's go ahead and dim these real quick. And I'm assuming this is the end. I only saw 2 stations on it. I'm assuming that this is the end. Not 100% certain though. We'll just have to see. But I don't think there's marker lights on this thing, is there? At least I don't recall having a marker light switch. I'm hoping there is. I'm hoping they come out with more scenarios for this. Just so we can actually have the Cabcar on the rear and then more like shorter scenarios, like maybe 30, 45 minutes or less with this, but I don't know. We'll have to see. So load passengers, lock the doors. Doors are shutting. Door closed should come up on here. Yep, there it is, door closed. Oh, that is it. Like I said, that was going to be it, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode. Looks like we are level... Oh, this keeps going up. So it looks like we are level 6 in YoAdrian, level 3 in the NEC. ACS is still level 0 and level 2 in the Metroliner. But we actually got into Penn Station at 211. We got in at 203. So I mean, hell, that's all me. Newark Penn was at 26. We got in at 25, so a minute early. And then at the airport was 31, and we got in at 31. So we got 38 minutes taking this entire scenario. It didn't take 38 minutes for the video, just to get to from the yard to here like we did in that first video, and I had to redo basically everything. So 16 miles driven and 864.68 yards walked, so a total of 5,850 points. So yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this episode. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you did. Drop a comment letting me know what you think of the video, as well as if you guys want to see more Train Sim World on the channel, please let me know. That's the only way I can figure it out, is what you guys want to see and what you don't want to see is through the comments. Or join the Discord server. Throw it in there, suggestions box. That's what that's there for. Suggesting LSPD4 patrols or games or types of videos or types of stuff, like, you know, basically any suggestion you guys have. Even if it's like suggestions I should do in editing or audio or commentary or something like that. Anything. Basically anything goes. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join that Discord server. You guys are amazing. I need a new outro. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.